Hi guys, this is Lore here at Lore Stitches on YouTube and also at Lore Stitches over on Instagram. Today we are going to do Flosstube number 8. So welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thanks for joining me today. It's been a little bit. If you're new here, thanks for visiting my channel, and I hope you like what you see and stick around, subscribe, like, do all the things. And we are going to go over some WIPs today. It's been a little bit since I last posted. I believe I posted right before Mother's Day, and Mother's Day is very hard for me because my mom passed away. It'll be 3 years ago in July. So I usually do nothing, say nothing. I don't want my kids to get me anything. I still have a hard time. I spoiled my mom. So, for her not to be here is very hard for me. So, yeah, my husband, decided we were going to go up and see his mom and dad, of course. And so we went up there, and his sister was there, and some nieces and nephews, and his brother. So we did that. And so I haven't kind of been in the stitchy feel lately. But also, it's nice outside, and I love planting things. So I've been outside pretty much every weekend. I can be outside planting if I can. So I can show you some pictures of my flower gardens this year if you'd like. But we worked really hard last summer, and this year they're looking so pretty. I am so excited about them all. The last time we talked, I was working on Santa's Sleigh. Santa's Sleigh by Nora Corbett. This is what the pattern looks like when it's finished. And I hadn't decided last time whether I was going to do Mania or not, which I did not end up doing. But instead I decided to try to focus on some WIPGO pieces because I am super behind. You can see my WIPGO board back here. I'm super behind. But WIPGO goal number, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. Was to finish the front half of Santa's Sleigh. So I had like this greenery done here and a little bit of this. And my goal was to finish the whole front half of the sleigh, which really doesn't look like there's a lot there. But I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of stitching. I think the last time I showed it to you, I was at 1,400 stitches in. And I know I did well over 800 more. But let me show you where I was last time. And then this time, it is actually done. I got all the strings, sorry. There we go. So the whole front half is done except for Krynic and beads. So this is a WIPGO goal completed. So I am super excited about that. Whoops, sorry. I should have had it clamped on here or something. But I'm excited. It's done. It can go away now. So you can see here at my 22, I put a purple X because it is now completed goal. So I'm really excited about that. And so then my dilemma was, what do I do? Do I do Mania or do I do some more of the WIPGOs? Because I am super behind on pretty much all of them. And I decided to do more of the WIPGO. And so I decided that I was going to work on my Bluebeard's Princess. And I am doing the teal conversion of Bluebeard's Princess, which is on the Mira Conversions page. Let me show you what it looks like. I have a picture of what it will look like here on my iPad. So that is the teal conversion of Bluebeard's Princess. Okay, so I decided to do my teal conversion of Bluebeard's Princess. I showed you a picture of what it looked like. I'm going to show you a picture of where I was last time before I put it away. And so my WIPGO goal, this is goal number 11. Yes, 11. So my WIPGO goal was to complete the tail fan. So to complete the tail fan, so I wanted all of this right here and some of this over here, which I actually didn't even think about until I looked at it later and thought, geez, that tail fan goes on the other side of her too. That's a lot more stitching than I thought it was going to be. But with the conversion and having to go back and forth, I am struggling with this piece. So this piece has now sat on my Lowry stand for months. Not for F-O-U-R, but for F-O-R, for months. Since May. Since I took Santa's sleigh off the Lowry stand. This is what's been on it. So, and I keep looking at it like I want to stitch, but I don't want to stitch that. And so then I don't do anything. And so that's part of my frustration as well. But this is where I am so far on her. So I had all this done and I had part of this done, but I think a lot of this is pretty new. It's just slow going. It's a struggle. So I'm done all the way until this, and I just gotta, there's just so much more to go. So I'm really struggling with this piece. This fabric is 28 count Lugana. It was a color called Violet Splendor that I did when I had Enchanted Fabrics, and this is a needle minder by Gina's Unique Boutique. But yeah, I can't do this one right now. So for whatever reason, I'm struggling. So I'm going to put it away again and hope I get back to it before the end of the year sometime. So that's where she stands. Let's see. I don't have any more as far as whips go. I do have some haul, and I'm really sorry. My husband just started the mower, so if you hear it, I just heard him start it up. So anyway, so let's go through some haul first. So I was talking in the last video about how I don't have Prancer and Donner, so I picked them up. That completes the Nora Corbett, Santa Sleigh, and all the reindeer. So I have all of them now, which is good because if these things then get retired for whatever reason, at least I have them. So I've got both of these now. I did pick up Hello from Liz Matthews Butterfly Cloche. I have the Autumn Cloche, and I was talking about how I really like this one, and it jumped into my cart. So there's that. But it's so pretty. I just love it. And then I think I was talking a time or two ago about how people are doing all these really cool reindeer. So this is one I'm seeing a lot on Instagram and on YouTube, Barbara Anna Designs, called Dancer. I really just love all these houses on the antlers and everything. Super cute. So I picked that one up. And then I also picked up, what is this one? Woodland Wonder by Glendon Place. So pretty. I hate these lights. They do that. I just love all the snowflakes in this design. They're so, so pretty. It's kind of hard to see on this fabric because it's so mottled, but... And then I had talked about ordering some floss from Night Stalker's Calling. This is my floss. It is called Bog of Eternal Stench, which is from the Labyrinth movie, in case you don't know. And so I was thinking on this one about doing ink circles, Woodland Vines. There's a version of it done like on lighter fabric too, with a darker thread. So I was thinking about, this looks kind of woodland viney, I think. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use those threads up. I just have to see how many threads it actually takes because I have 60 yards. So I'm not sure how many yards it takes to do these. I've got to check on my pattern. 17,850 stitches. I'm hoping that the pattern says how much it will take. I also did get some of my BeStitchMe Fabric of the Month. And I'm sorry, it's real crinkly right by the microphone. One of them is Gorgeous Grape. So this is a Lugana. I don't know what I will stitch on this. I could probably do some of the black work pieces and just do it in like a white or a cream color against this. I think that would look pretty. So I've got lots of black work stuff. I could do long dog. I could do ink circles. Then one of my other pieces that I got for a Fabric of the Month is called Ledger, and this piece is stunning, and this is very true to color. It's kind of a light brown and blue, and I love this as a neutral. I think this could go for so many things. Oh, it's just so pretty. It's just so pretty. So I was thinking, I've been seeing a lot of people starting the green, sorry, I bonked the mic. The Greenhouse of Oddities. I bought it. That's this. By Lola Crow. And I got this on Etsy. So I'm thinking I might use this. Although lately my eyes have been betraying me. And I'm thinking about going to more Lugana stuff. But I did pull all the threads for it. And I think it would look fabulous on this. There's not one thing really that blends into that. So I think that that's going to look so pretty. So pretty. So that's my plan. I'm going to start that. And then I decided to grab some Adas just because, like I said, my eyes have just really been bothering me. And I feel like maybe if I could grab an Ada fabric, I could maybe even stitch without my light maybe, or stitch without the magnifier part of things. So I did pick up some colors from BeStitchMe. These are ones that are already ready. It's called Gray Magic. I got it in both this and a 16 count opal, and this is just a 16 count regular. So I got both of those. And then I got a color called Scroll, which is a pretty good neutral. And I am doing the Black Needle Society Frogwarts Year 4 retreat in July, which is a virtual retreat. It's the first retreat I've ever gone to, and I'm pretty much a total introvert. So for me, this is fantastic because I don't have to get nervous about socializing with people. I know that sounds crazy. I mean, I'm a nurse practitioner. I talk to people every day, all day. People I don't know, every day, all day. But a lot of them I do know. But then, you know, you have new patients. Every single day I have a new patient, and I have no problems one-on-one talking with somebody. But I think it's just the unknown, right? Because I've never been to a retreat before, ever. And then I've never been to a stitching retreat and in a place where you don't know, and you don't know the people, and you have to make friends with people, and people already have friends and they already go to these things, and I don't know, you know, the anxiety, all the stuff that just goes on through your head. So I did plan to take a couple of days off work in July and do the Frogwarts retreat. And I'm thinking that maybe I can use this for some of the stitching challenges or the actual Frogwarts pieces that they give you to stitch on. This is a 14 count Ada. And the pieces for the Frogwarts are like long and thin. So I'm hoping I can get like 2 or 3 designs on one color. I don't know. We'll see. And if that works, I may get more. And then I got a color called Middle Earth. This has a little bit more oranginess to it than is maybe showing up in this pattern. That might be a little bit better. And then I got this color called Garden Party. When I looked on the website, it looked pink and green, but it looks a little more peachy and green. So I got it in Ada, and I got it in a 25 count Lugana Opal as well. And then I also got one called Bronze Age, another neutral. So I think that one will be good. Just looking at it. I was just wondering. Might have to open that up and look at all those, right? It's going to be one I'm going to have to use a magnifier and a bright light on, but... some of that color might be a little too close to it. I don't know. It might work. There's some colors that look really close. I'll have to think about it. I might have to go with a little bit lighter color than that. Anyway, so those are the fabrics that I had just gotten in. I did also pick this up. One of my stitchy friends was selling some of her stash on Etsy, and she posted some stuff on Facebook about it. And I'm doing my wizard, and this is what I call kind of a companion piece to that. And I snapped this up so fast. I was so excited. Of course, I'm supposed to be giving that to my son. So then they won't go together. But I still wanted it, so I got it. And then she happened to throw in a little, what is this? A little kit. A little ornament kit. It's got all the little perforated paper and stuff in there. So that's all my haul. I did pick up some threads for this because I was out of some of them. But that's where I think I'm going to go with those things. There were some WIPGO calls as well because June had WIPGO calls. So numbers 4 and 16 were called. 1, 2, 3, 4 I already had done. You can't see it. I think it was my Dungeons and Dragons piece that I finished like on January 3rd of this year. So I had already finished that one. And so I was able to just go ahead and cross that one off. 16 is Atlantis, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yeah, Atlantis. So I'm excited to start that one. But I think what I'm going to do is actually pull out... yeah, I have back here. You can't see it. It's a mess back here. My Dark Queen of the Sea stitch along. So I've pulled that one. So I'm thinking about on our fandom cross-stitching page, they're doing a lot of finishes for the month of June. And each piece of a stitch along counts as a finish. And that's kind of big chunks to finish up. But I also have the Supernatural sampler that's close to being done, Lady of the Flag that's close to being done, my Wizard that's close to being done, and then the pieces of my stitch along. So I think I'm going to try to work on those. All of those are on my WIPGO board. I don't think all of them have been called though. Let me see. I've got Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow yet to do. The Guide, which is the wolf. Then 4, 6, 7 are done. 9 I have completed, but it has not been called yet. 10 is done. Bluebeard's Princess I still have to do. Atlantis and Steampunk Bride. Spooky Countdown. That one actually won't take very long. Spooky Countdown won't take very long. Maybe I should pull that one out. It's 4 blocks. It doesn't take very long. And then one of the Dark Queen of the Seas was called. I actually mistakenly had it on my WIPGO board twice and I didn't even know it. I figured it out in April. Like, that's how much I've been looking at it and not paying attention. And both of the slots for Dark Queen of the Sea said the exact same thing I had to finish. So I think what I'm going to do is do one part for one of those boxes and one part of the stitch along for another one of those boxes. Of course, I'm also talking about starting other charts like Woodland Vines and why do I do this to myself, right? I have all these things kitted up to start here because I had 12 new starts that I want to do this year. None of which, by the way, were woodland vines. None of which, by the way, were the greenhouse of oddities stitch along. But yet they sucked me in, so I'm going to start them. So I am going to kind of hang here in my craft room today. My husband is out mowing, and it takes like 3 or 4 hours to mow our place. And I was already out this morning weeding around some of my garden beds and stuff, so I got that done this morning. I need to go to the store and pick up some mulch. We tomorrow are going to try to finish the flooring in the I don't know what to call this down here. It's not really a family room because we have a bar, and we want it to be kind of a game room plus a little couch and TV area. So my husband has probably only 4 feet wide of flooring to finish laying out there, but it's a long room, so it's probably 20 or 30 feet long, I'm guessing. And then there's a little tiny square room off to a bedroom down here that we've got to finish too. So we're trying to get that done before we have our big 4th of July party, which we do every year. My family does holidays. We try to get together still. And my aunt usually will do Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we do the 4th of July because we have 10 acres. And my husband and my brother were both in the military, and they love setting off fireworks. And I know there's lots of controversy about that, and you know, animals being scared. Mine is one of them. My animal gets scared, but as long as he is crated, he's fine. So he doesn't get out or run away or anything like that, and he doesn't like shake or anything like that. He doesn't like the sound, but he's not terrified. So they do fine, and we have it every year for my family here, and sometimes people from my work come out too. So we actually just bought our first batch of stuff today to set off. It's kind of expensive, especially in this day and age. Everything is going up as far as money goes, and that's not great, but this summer's going to be busy for us. 2 weeks we have our fireworks party, or our 4th of July party, and 2 weeks after that, I think, is the Frogwarts retreat, so I will be doing that. 2 weeks after that, my husband and I are driving to see my son in Oklahoma because I have a new grandbaby. She wasn't due until July 10th, but my son's girlfriend was having high blood pressure, and they ended up having the baby early. And she was in the NICU for 2.5 weeks, and she went home this last week. It was the week before last. So they have her at home now, and that's good. And it sucks because I thought I was only going to wait like 2 or 3 weeks before I got to meet her, and now we're having to wait almost 2 months before we meet her, but it's good. They can get kind of settled into a routine and all of that. It's been a lot going on because right after they bought the car seat, my son was in a car accident, and in their state, you can't use a car seat when it's been in an accident. She hadn't even been in the car seat yet. Like literally, they just had it in the car for when she was ready to come home from the NICU, and then they were in an accident. So thank God everybody's okay. And that's the most important thing. But, you know, there was some stress because they had just paid off the car, and the car seat was broken, and now there's all of that on top of everything else. And you know, it was stressful for mom of baby with her health issues and being in the hospital and then having to give birth that early, and my son trying to, you know, take care of everything at home and work and go, we didn't expect her to be out of work this soon. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on, but they'll make it work, and he's a hard worker, and he'll do great, and it'll be good. It'll be fine. So, yeah, there was all of that went on in May, end of May. And so now we're just trying to wait until we go see them and meet our little granddaughter. So really excited. We're getting lots of pictures and stuff, and we love that, but can't wait to hold her. So that's exciting. Yeah, and we shall see. Like I said, so super busy. We're having a concert in August. We have a trip to the coast in October, and there's so many things that I'm looking forward to coming up, and I just can't wait for all of that stuff. But right now we're trying to finish the flooring in the basement of our house, because when we have our 4th of July party, we have it right out back, and our back is a walkout basement to the backyard. When we're upstairs, which is the main level of our house where our bedrooms and kitchen and bathroom, all that stuff is, there's a deck that's 10, 13 feet off the ground. And so when we have people over, we just open up the basement really, and there's a bathroom down here so they don't have to run upstairs to do all that. And yeah, so we can have people in and out down here, and they don't really have to go up on the main level. So we've been trying to finish this flooring, or my husband kept threatening we're not going to have it if we don't get it finished. But the problem is I can't help him do anything, right? It's like I don't know what to do to help him. So I've just been like, that's great, babe. It looks good. I don't know what to do. So yeah, he's trying to finish that tomorrow, or Monday, or we've got one more weekend and we'll see how it goes. But there's not much left. He's going to get it done. It's just that, always the end row is much harder because it never comes out where the flooring fits exactly in the hole you have left, right? You always have to cut some piece, some crazy small, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So, yeah, I started picking up the transition to the different floorings because, out there we have the transition into the craft room here. Even though the flooring is the same, we had to cut the wood there in the doorway. And then there's an under the stair storage. There's a bathroom, the laundry room, the pool room, like billiards pool, not a swimming pool. And then there's a bedroom down here. So we've got a lot of transition pieces to put down and some trim to put down and all of that. So I'm excited though to get it done and get things set up down here the way we want to. I want to get like cabinets in an L shape in the back corner, with a sink so that, the bar area can look really nice, and get a game table for us to play board games and such on. So I'm really excited for all of that, but right now we just want to get the flooring done. That's all we care about. Get the flooring done, get everything cleaned up. We have a dumpster rented so we can throw all the scrap there and get it out of here. And then I got to take a couple days off, not this week, but next week, to start cleaning house. So I try to get like the power sprayer out and spray down the siding because, there's the north side of the house, like always the moss grows on it. It's crazy. And get things weed whacked. I don't know, however you want to say that. And then, yeah, sweep. There's just so much dust. That's the worst part with golden retrievers, dust. It's been not so bad with the lack of rain, but at the same time, like, we want rain because we're trying to grow a garden and all of that too. So anyway, it'll be fine. We're excited. There's so much coming up. There's so much to look forward to. So it's going to be a good thing. But like I said, I think since I already did my outside stuff and I'm not really going to run today, I'm going to sit in front of my YouTube and watch some Flosstube or watch some spooky YouTube videos or something, and maybe either start the greenhouse of oddities or pick up one of my WIPGO projects or something and just relax a little bit. It's been way too long since we've done something like that, so I'm excited. Anyway, sorry that it's been so long since I last put a Flosstube up, and I don't have a whole lot of progress, unfortunately. Like I said, it was either get outside and do stuff or all the craziness going on. So yeah, I'm happy to have something to put up, and hopefully this sees all of you well, and hopefully you all are making great progress on your things. And And just, I appreciate you guys watching and taking the time and spending some time with me, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.